Alright, Mile High here, back in with a new video. Might as well do a Raptor video. There's nothing on today. The Leafs don't play, the Raptors don't play. Both teams had embarrassing games yesterday. But let's talk about the Raptors and NBA trade deadline in general. The Raptors have to do something this trade deadline. They can't just sit down and do nothing or make a little move. There's three players that are really linked to multiple teams. There's OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent Jr., who are all trade pieces for the Raptors to get assets and get younger. Try to get younger and build a team for the future, because the Raptors right now, they're not it. They're not it. They just look disorganized. No real center, no bench. No real plan on offense. Nick Nurse is looking like a fraud every single day. I know they don't have, the bench is bad, and he has trust issues with the bench, but you need to play these bad players just to fucking stretch out these guys. But Fred VanVleet, he's being interested by like the Suns really want him for some reason, even though they have Booker. And Paul, I guess he's going to be the replacement for Chris Paul when he retires. Eventually, maybe. That's their plan. Memphis, New York, the Pelicans, they want OG. A lot of teams are interested in OG and Anunoby. And the reports are the Raptors want 3 first-round picks, which, hey, I'll take it, but I don't think that we'll get it. I think we'll get like maybe 2 at best for OG, because he's a good two-way player. He's second in steals. He can give you 20 if you want. He can get you a few steals a game. He can play good defense. And he can help a contending team. He's pretty young, so like any team would want OG and Anunoby. They just have to pay for him. And Gary Trent Jr., he's on a 1-year deal. I like Gary. He's young. He's improved as a player overall. He's a solid shooter, but that's really all he does. He didn't give you any rebounds. He didn't give you any assists. He's just a bucket, really. He doesn't do anything else. He gives you a few steals here and there, but his defense is not particularly good. He's just a straight-up shooter. That's his game. There's nothing else. He's really one-dimensional, but he does it pretty well, and that's why I like Gary Trent Jr. He's going to want a lot of money, though. Maybe like 20-something mil. If you go, but I don't know what like the Lakers were really interested in him, and then like the Nets, like this whole off season was the Nets, I think, Knicks or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Those are the 3 pieces that the Raptors should ship away. If it was up to me, I would ship them all away and just build around Scotty. I would trade Pascal too, but there's nothing linking the team and trading Pascal, and Pascal seems happy. And they want to give him a long-term deal. So I like Pascal, but he would give you the most value. Like a bunch of young players and picks if you trade him. A team that needs a really good number 2. Like you trade him to Dallas, he'll be really good with Luka. He'll take a lot of scoring off the table. Him, Dinwiddie, and Luka would be a really good trio to have in Dallas. So that's just like one of the suggestions there. There was always rumors of him going to Golden State. I don't see that. That's stupid. He would never go to Golden State. I don't think they need him. And also, speaking of Golden State, there was also a bunch of Gary Trent Jr. rumors to Golden State. And in my opinion, that doesn't make sense either, because why would they need another shooter? That's stupid. Why would they trade for Gary Trent Jr.? They have already Poole, Curry. That's their fucking lineup. Why are they going to put him on the bench? Yeah, so those are the guys that the Raptors probably are going to trade, and then maybe some fillers in any of these trades just to get rid of them. like Kem Birch would probably be a filler. Thaddeus Young would be a filler. Malachi Flynn would be fillers. Those guys are like fillers that the Raptors would probably get rid of because they have no use for them. That's really it for the trade deadline. The Raptors really need to make moves. Masai Ujiri has to be busy. He has to call all 29 other franchises in the NBA, dial them, get rid of these guys, get younger, rack up draft picks, get the scouting, Get your scouts scouting around the world in Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, South America, America, NCAA, high schools. Get the fucking scouts ready. Get the planes ready, man. That's what winning is not a priority. It's the fucking you don't want to win. I want our players to rack up stats so they can get traded. Like Fred VanVleet put up a triple double, which was good. I want to see the only good young players that are on the team are like Achua and Barnes. Those are like and Gary, but he's a trade asset right now. So we'll see what happens from now. Also the Clippers want. I forgot about that. The Clippers want Fred and Kyle Lowry. So Kyle Lowry. Maybe the Raptors make a 3-way trade, sending Fred to the Heat, and then Lowry goes to the Clippers. I don't know. Me and Clemson discussed that in the DMs. So yeah. So that's my plan. That's what the Raptors really need to do. They have to be really aggressive this trade deadline. Last year was a bad trade deadline. We gave a first-round pick for Thaddeus Young and Eubanks, and we let Eubanks walk. We just gave up a first-round pick to get rid of Dragic, which that was stupid because that pick could have been Walker Kessler, and Walker Kessler killed us with Utah, and he's a perfect center. Imagine if we just kept that pick and just played. Kept that pick and just said, fuck you, Dragic, and just played with the team that we had. And we could have had Walker Kessler this year as a young center. Christian Koloko, he needs time to develop. He's still raw. I like him, but he's raw. I think he'll be a backup center for the Raptors going forward right now. He needs to develop. He needs to get more playing time in the G League. So that's why I don't think he's ready. He hasn't shown that much. He's had a couple good games, but you need to force him in the G League. He's still young. I think he still has some potential to be a good player off the bench for the Raptors. So the only really good young forwards are Sky Barnes, and Achua's been really good. He's been doing his job, getting 10 points a night. He's putting up points. And Boucher's been disappointing this year. Outside of that one game against the Kings, Boucher's been disappointing. So the bench hasn't been that good. So yeah, the Raptors really need to be aggressive this trade deadline. They need to be aggressive. They need to sell, damn it. Sell and sell, tank, and that's really it. Get the scouts going. If Masai wants to build a team to win, this is how to win. It's how to win. You gotta tear it down to build it back up. Can't do this halfway bullshit. And I'm a bunch of 6'9" fuckers who can't play basketball. Can't play positionless basketball. They need the bench can't shoot. They have no one on the bench who can shoot. They have no guards off the bench who can shoot. And if they do, like Malachi Flynn, they never give him any time. They never play him. And Wieskamp, they never play him. He only played 2 games. They barely played him. He put up 9 points in 12 minutes against the Bucks, I think, yeah. And they barely played him after that. So, Nick Nurse has trust issues, too. So it's not just the front office. It's Nick Nurse, the front office, and the players. It's a team effort of why this team's not doing that good this year. So, yeah, all right. I hope you guys have a good day. I just want to give my feedback on what the Raptors should do. If you're a Raptors fan, comment what you want to do. I don't like tanking. I don't want this team to lose, but that's the only way. Ever since that fucking losing streak, when was it? In December, I think, or November, I knew this team needed to go a different direction because they weren't winning games. So that's all I gotta say. Peace, go Raptors, and it's time for a new era.